Imagine me above the trees, the victim of pure imagination. It's so sweet how I rise above the sky before your eyes. Imagine me above the trees, the victim of pure imagination. It's so sweet how I rise above the sky before your eyes. I can picture me telling my little bro that it's twisting time and searching frantic till I find my lighter just in time to pass it off so he can fire up the super sticky so we can start the process of getting super lifted. I highly doubt that we can help them meet eye to eye. Right now I'm out of reach, meet me at open skies, higher than the pants on earth, but that's my favorite line. And OG Cushion hit do all my favorite kind. I got a smoke salad, that's my point. Stress a killer, motherfucker. I can't let it murder me. What up, my guys? Welcome to another show, man. What's it? Wednesday, NBA Talk with Jay, man. Last day of January, 2024, man. Let's try to get some cash. Gotta eat some breakfast, man. I know I've been a little late lately, man, but I gotta get back right, man. But gotta eat some breakfast though. You see what I'm saying? Or I'll come on this thing, boy, stomach kissing my back. Can't have that, man. I had to throw the Cubans on today, man, one time, but it's all love, man. I appreciate y'all for tuning into the show. If you like the show, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, man, all that good stuff, all that BS, man. Let's get straight down to business here. It's a lot of tough games on today's card, man. Let's go over here to the streets of Cleveland. This one, Cavs laying 12 and a half at the house versus the Detroit Pistons in this one. Don't really love the spot for the Cavs. It's the first game of a back-to-back. They have absolutely owned the Detroit Pistons. Like I said, they head out on the road tomorrow. Looks like Darius Garland might be coming back in this one. Don't really like that. I mean, the Pistons actually, like, they've been scrappy. They're the scrappiest 6-40 team that you'll ever see. You see what I'm saying? They've been covering the spread as well, man. They're 7-1 against the spread in their last 8 games. That's the Pistons team that I know. Especially, I mean, they've been playing some of these teams really close. They've been obviously losing, but they've been playing some of these teams really close, man, and getting these double-digit spreads. They've covered 4 straight double-digit spreads in a row. You see what I'm saying? So Cavs first game of a back-to-back. You're probably getting Darius Garland back here. They're obviously coming off a big win versus the LA Clippers in this one. Now, you're not just going to look ahead to the Memphis Grizzlies, but it's still a game the next day, and this obviously could be a game. So first off, Jared Allen got downgraded to questionable. I don't like that. You see what I'm saying? They did get Mobley back, but it just seems like the Cavs are going to have to start to figure things out here once again. Now, they've been red hot, won 9 of the last 10 games, 8-2 against the spread. I'm not betting against it. I mean, it's just a tough game to figure out. Obviously, there's room for the Cavs. I always say in these type of games, there's room for the Cavs to win, but not cover. The Pistons have been really scrappy. They've been playing hard. They got their full squad back. They've tanked so much this season to where now they can actually kind of try to play real basketball. You see what I'm saying? So I'm not messing with this game. Darius Garland probably coming back. Jared Allen might be out in this game. Cleveland coming off a huge win. Pistons been covering some spreads. I'm not messing with this game, man, to be perfectly honest with you. It's just a game that I don't really have a ton of confidence betting on either side. Luis says he likes the under in this game. My guy Anton said this is a 1-800 number game for sure. John likes Detroit to cover. Sean says Detroit plus 13 or nothing. You see what I'm saying? So I ain't messing with this game, bro. This is a tough game, man. Let's go over here to the streets of Washington, D.C. in this one. Clippers, I didn't get a chance to change the banners from last night, guys. So some of these banners, you see what I'm saying? But Clippers land 11 now at that on the road versus the Washington Wizards in this one. Clippers obviously coming off of a loss. Paul George dealing with a groin injury. I know how that is because my groin's been injured for like 5 months. I can still like play basketball and work out and shit, but like I can still feel it, man. They growing. I don't know what the hell. I know what I did. Like I was playing basketball, whatever, and injured it, but like, my shit been messed. I don't know what I need to do, get surgery or what, but my groin's been messed up for a while. It's a tricky injury right there. It'll sneak up on your ass. But the Clippers have basically dominated this series. They've won 4. Everybody dominates series versus the Wizards. They've won 4 straight versus the Wizards. They've won 7 out of the last 8 and 8 of the last 10 versus the Wizards. They've also covered every game that they play in and they win versus the Wizards. They cover as well. So
They've covered 4 straight. They've covered 7 out of the last 8, and they've covered 8 of the last 10 as well versus the Washington Wizards. We know the Clippers are coming off a loss. They usually bounce back. I don't know when the last time they've lost back-to-back games. I don't know when the last time they lost back-to-back games against the spread as well. So this is the 4th game of a 7-game road trip for the Clippers. They don't no real look ahead. You got the Pistons on that. Yeah, the Clippers are looking ahead to the Pistons. Now I'm messing around with you, but I mean this could be a smash spot here. I can only look towards Clippers here. Even if Paul George doesn't play, I could only look towards the Clippers in this spot. The Wizards coming off back-to-back wins. When you got these tanking teams coming off wins, man, let's just say that they won't have a whole lot of interest in winning today, my guys. So this could just be a punt spot for the Wizards here. I want no part of the Wizards here. Coming off back-to-back wins versus the Pistons and Spurs. I want no parts of them here. So it's Clippers or nothing for me in this particular game. It's actually a pretty simple one for me here, man. Let me see. Somebody showing out in the chat or what? Somebody just tipped $100. It's not showing up in the chat, but I just got the notification on my phone. Whoever Dustin Crutcher is, man, I appreciate you, my brother. I don't know if you're watching the show right now, but he just sent in $100 tip, man. I appreciate you on that, my brother. Carol City says Washington Wizards cover. Wizards don't cover, my guy says. Plumlee over 7.5 points. Lester says if Paul George is out, he likes Harden PRA. That's definitely a good look there as well. Maybe Kawhi props as well. But yes, in this particular matchup, looks like Paul George might go ahead and sit this game out because, like, why do you need to play versus the Wizards? You know you're gonna win anyway. You see what I'm saying? So Peter likes Clippers in the first half, -6.5. Yeah, if you like your props for like as if Paul George is out, I'd go ahead and take him because we know that when he's officially ruled out, I just don't see many reasons why Paul George needs to play in this game. You're gonna win. You can sit Paul George and Kawhi in this fucking game, and you still gonna win, man. Let's go over to the streets of Charlotte in this one, man. Hornets getting 5 now. It's 4.5 left out there, but it's now to 5. Last night it was at 2.5. I wouldn't trust the Hornets to win the game, man. Now we know that LaMelo Ball. I mean, it's a little different when the Terry Rozier come out and said, man, they got losing culture over there. Maybe they might try to turn up for one game, but I'm just not really sure if the Hornets really want to win games, man. I'm not gonna say that they're tanking, but like they're sitting in that little threshold to where they at 10 wins. So let's just take a look. I know that Detroit has the worst record by far. Let's just see real quick. Let's see here real quick. So Detroit has 6 wins. They're winning the tankathon for sure. Washington has 9. Charlotte has 10. And then who else after that? Then the Spurs have 10. So the bottom 4 teams, but nobody's tanking harder than Detroit. They did a really good job. But Charlotte, Washington, and the Spurs are all going to be kind of fighting for, you see what I'm saying, to see who's going to have their worst record. So I'm not betting on any of these teams to be winning anytime soon. Now, obviously, the tank is really going to be on after All-Star break. First off, I can't talk you guys off of not betting the NBA until after All-Star break. Some of these players are ready for vacation. They're ready for the break, and they're just not really mentally focused. You see what I'm saying? But in this particular spot, the Bulls have basically owned the they've done really well versus the Charlotte Hornets for whatever reason. They are coming off of a loss. So this is a back-to-back. The Hornets, they're at the house, and this is their, 4th straight home game. So they got their working for them, and they have the rest advantage. So, you know what I'm saying? Maybe that's going to work out for them. But I could only look towards the Chicago Bulls in this one, guys. Bulls have won 5 straight versus the Hornets. They've won 6 out of the last 7. They've won 8 of the last 10 games versus the Charlotte Hornets, and 8-2 against the spread. So for whatever reason, these guys see the Hornets, they choose to turn up. If LaMelo Ball doesn't play in this game, I'm not really sure where the offense is going to come for the Hornets. Now, maybe you look at Miles Bridges or you look at PJ Washington's props here, but other than that, I don't really see a ton of offensive production for the Charlotte Hornets in this one. Every once in a while, they're going to try and pick and choose when they want to win a game, but I just feel like that would be whenever LaMelo Ball is in there. So he's not ruled out. He's doubtful, but it looks super easy to take the Bulls here. That's why this line is up from minus 2.5 to -5, but I could only look towards the Chicago Bulls in this game. No Cap Dunn says the Bulls suck, J Money. Hey, it just depends on which one sucks more in this game. You see what I'm saying? Jamin says Bulls first half has been a wagon here. Brian came in with some plays like Hornets team total under 105 and the a full game under 215 and a half. That's a really good look there, Brian, especially if LaMelo doesn't play. It's definitely going to be it's definitely going to be a lot slower pace. You see what I'm saying? Washington under points. Oh, okay, PJ Washington under nine and out of 9 versus the Bulls. There's some good looks there, man. That's why you got to pay attention to the chat. You see what I'm saying? Kevin Scott reffing that game. What does that mean, Switch? Let us know. Let us know. I do know that the whole world is on the Bulls. I mean, I even like the Bulls in this game as well. You see what I'm saying? But I could only look towards the Chicago Bulls in this game. I'm not looking towards taking the Hornets in a game that they basically need to win. So if you're betting them, Switch Cooper, good luck. I have to look at the refs after it's got to get a chance to really look at them. But he's saying Kevin Scott reffing, so you never know. Maybe Switch has some inside info in this game. But I could still only look towards the Chicago Bulls in this game. Let's go over here to the streets, to the game of the day in this one. Come on, Esdado. Let's go, man. We got the Heat here, laying a point and a half. They were +1 last night. I'm not gonna lie, I did take the Heat last night. +1. Took them first half -115. First half is gonna be the top play of the day. But I like the Heat here, first half and full game. Now, could they lose 8 straight games? It's very possible, but I do think this is a desperate team. Obviously, they're kind of talking about possibly trading Jimmy Butler. All this good stuff. I don't care. I think this is a game. If they come out here and play defense, which they really haven't been playing defense, guys, I'll tell you straight up. If they come in here and play a good defensive game, I like their chances versus Sacramento Kings. I like the matchups here. They have guys that they could throw up against De'Aaron Fox. There's 3 guys that you got to stop versus the Kings. Well, I mean Keegan Murray as well, but the main 3 guys: De'Aaron Fox, Sabonis, and Malik Monk. Pay attention to the games with the Kings this season when Malik Monk doesn't go off. They lose almost every single time. You see what I'm saying? So I like the Heat first half and full game. I'll tell you this right now, it's a small play for me. I'm not going heavy on any of these fucking games, guys, until after All-Star break. I'll probably be sprinkling like $100 on the game. You see what I'm saying? So after All-Star break, I know that teams will be focused, players will be focused. Until then, I'm sprinkling on these games, man. So it's totally up to you guys if you want to take the plays. I don't really care, to be honest with you. I put a sprinkle on Heat first half money line -115. Heat full game, basically money line +1, -1. It's up to -1.5. All of the money is on the Kings, but the line is going towards the Heat in this one. So let's see what happens. Anything can happen. Nothing is fucking guaranteed. You see what I'm saying? They could definitely lose 8 straight. I just don't see it happening versus Sacramento team. They are 0-2 straight up and against the spread. In the first half, they've had 2 long road trips so far this year. The 4th game, they're 0-2 straight up and against the spread in that first half, and they're 0-2 straight up as well. They did cover one of those games versus the Bucks, but I think that was just a little bit different spot. They had lost 14 straight versus the Bucks. So let's see what happens. I'll watch this game, and this is also the Kings' 11th road game in their last. This is their 9th road game in their last 11 games, guys. So Kings been traveling all over the place. Day off in Miami. Let's see what happens, man. I'm sprinkling on Heat first half full game. Not telling you that you have to, but that's just what I'm taking, guys. Let's go over to the streets of Houston in this one, guys. Rockets getting 2.5 points. I like the Pelicans in this one. Fly. Went down to 2. Obviously, I'd like to see Herb Jones playing this game. This is a double revenge spot for the Pelicans. They're coming off a 3-game losing streak versus 3 really tough teams as well. Oklahoma City Thunder, Milwaukee Bucks, and the Boston Celtics. And they stayed in that game versus the Celtics as well, man. But I just feel like this is a spot where the Pelicans can get in the paint, assert their dominance. Long as Zion play, I'd like to have Herb Jones out there to, you know what I'm saying, he's the best defender on the team, but I just feel like they're a much more deeper team. They're in need of a confidence boosting win, and I think they get it here versus the Houston Rockets. Rockets have been balling, they can ball. I do think they've come back down to earth a little bit beginning of the season, right? That's when they were really balling. That's when they beat the Pelicans 2 straight times, November 10th and November 23rd. Since then, we got to be honest with ourselves. The Rockets hadn't really been balling like that, like they were early in the season. You see what I'm saying? So I think they're somewhat coming back down to earth. I like the Pelicans in this game, man. I'm taking them full game. I did take them last night -2.5, but I even obviously went down to 2. So I mean, shit, I ain't gonna talk you off. Or if you want to just take take the money line, it's totally up to you. But fly, Pelican, fly in this one, man. We need Zion to fly like a fucking Pelican, like he usually does, man. He says Zion may be out. I don't want to hear that. You see what I'm saying? That would fucking piss me off. I'm not gonna even lie to you. If Zion gets ruled out right before this game, I'm going on. I'm telling you this. So don't be mad at me. If Zion or somebody else, like Herb Jones, he's questionable. If Zion doesn't play here, I'll tell you right now, I will not bet another game until All-Star break. I believe it's like February. I think the last day before All-Star break is February 5th, February 13th. Yeah, February 15th, guys. So we'll see what happens. But I always give you guys, come on here and give you guys, let you know what I'm betting, what I'm liking anyway, as far as like in my mind. But if I don't have any bets, don't get mad at me. But yeah, $100, a little sprinkle for me on the Pelicans, -2, -2.5 there. Let's go over to the streets of San Antonio here. Spurs getting 5 at the house versus the Orlando Magic in this one. And I kind of like the Magic in this spot, man. The Spurs have basically owned the Magic. They've lost 6 of their last 7 games versus the Magic. Versus the Spurs. Obviously, these were previous years. Obviously, the Magic hadn't been as good as they are. This is probably one of the best Magic teams that they've had. Like, I mean, I'm gonna go as far as say, well, I ain't gonna say since Kobe and since Shaq and Anthony Simons. I'm gonna not Anthony Simons, Anthony Hardaway tripped out there, man. Penny Hardaway, but which is Anthony. But my guy, I feel like since Dwight Howard, that's who I'm thinking. Since they had Dwight Howard and then went to the finals and ended up losing to the Lakers there. But this is one of the best Magic teams in a while. I mean, the Spurs, obviously, this is one of the worst Spurs teams in a while, obviously from last year as well. But Spurs have been covering. They've covered 5 of their last 7 games. This is their 5th straight home game, so that's working for them. But I just feel like the Magic have the guys to throw at Wemby. And if right now, if you can stop Wemby and you can settle the Spurs, because right now they're just kind of showing off Wemby. I don't even think they care about winning the game. It's all about Wemby. We want him to win Rookie of the Year. We want him to look good. It's not really about the rest of the team. That's just what I'm noticing. You see what I'm saying? That's why he's been playing so well lately. They just kind of like showcasing him. But they got like guys like Wendell Carter Jr. You could throw Franz Wagner at him. You could throw Jonathan Isaac on him as well, man. So they have guys that they can throw at Wemby. And I just feel like they're a much more deeper team. They're trying to win games. They're coming off of a loss versus the Mavs. This Magic team is trying to make the playoffs, man. Obviously, last time I laid points with them on the road, these motherfuckers, they crapped the bed versus the Memphis Grizzlies. But even getting down double digits, they still had a chance to win that game. Just feel like this is a spot where the Magic can come to play versus a sad San Antonio Spurs team. If you like the Spurs, maybe you take them early, but I feel like late, this is going to be all Magic. I think they turn up the defense. They're a much more complete team, much better coach team, all that good stuff. Could only look towards the Magic here, laying the -5 here on the road. You might get a better number in game, but Magic might fuck around and win the 4th quarter by like 20 points or something and cover this game, man. So I think the Magic are the right side in this game. Let's go over to the streets of Minnesota here. I don't mess with these type of games. Now, should the Timberwolves win this game by 30 points? You're damn right. Are they? That's a whole different story there, guys. We've seen this movie before as well. Luka and Kyrie were out December 28th, and the Wolves were laying 12 points. And what do? They lollygag the whole fucking game, mess around, and just kind of, I don't know, man. It's like they did one for the books one time. They win the game by 8. They were laying 12 points. You guys know, I hate when they rule the players out the day before. I see it pop on my phone. Luka, Kyrie, and Lively out. The 3 most important players on the Mavs. They're all out. They're even without Derrick Jones Jr. as well and Dante Exum. The Mavs team is almost like a corpse, and we know that the Wolves know this as well. So they're probably going to come in this game like, we can win this game easily. We don't have to play our best game. That's just how these soft-ass NBA players think about it these days. In the old days, you take the Wolves here -20 with confidence. Like, they're going to smoke them. They're just not built the same, guys. No Luka, no Kyrie, all right, we could just kind of come in and just do whatever and win the game by a few points. Now, I still can only look towards Wolves because, like, if you're taking the Mavs, you're basically betting with the books, which is not a bad look. But Wolves are supposed to win this game by 20 to 30 points. It's just if they're up for the task. It's really that simple, guys. So I'd maybe say a under game, but if the Wolves aren't playing serious, then that means they're not playing defense. I just honestly, I'll be perfectly honest with you. Like, I wouldn't suggest betting that game. It looks super easy to take the Wolves, and they should be the right side. But I wouldn't mess with this game, in my opinion, guys. But let's go over to the streets of OKC in this one. Thunder laying what, 2.5 now? Let me see. It's up to two. Now went to 2.5. Just SGA just go through shoot around, and they go up to 2.5. But I think I like the Nuggets in this spot. All I need is Jokic to play in this game. The Joker, you see what I'm saying? Or I need a deck of cards or something, man. All I need is Joker in this game, and I like the Nuggets in this particular spot. They're 1-2 so far versus the Thunder. They know that this is a big game. Like as far as like tiebreaker and things like that, you don't want to. If you go 1-3 versus the Thunder, and then you end up with the same record, then the Thunder are gonna have a higher seed than you. See what I'm saying? Chet Holmgren injured his ankle in the last game. So first off, they were without Isaiah Joe. They're without Jalen Williams as well, which is two big blows. But Jalen Williams is probably like the second most important player on the Oklahoma City Thunder. But regardless of that, I just feel like this is a nugget spot. I'm watching the interviews last night, and last time these guys got smoked by 20-some points at the house versus the Thunder as well. I think this is a revenge spot. Jokic is the only guy on the injured report, but I feel like all we need is Jokic to play in this game, and the Nuggets are a go. SGA could play. I don't really care. Obviously, he's balling, but Chet Holmgren, if he doesn't play, it's going to be really tough. The Thunder aren't a tall team. They don't really have a ton of paint resistance. This could be a game where Jokic and Aaron Gordon go absolutely bonkers in this game, and MPJ as well. I think the Nuggets, I think they shouldn't be dogs here. I know the Thunder have lost back-to-back, but maybe they're starting to hit a little bit of a wall, man. So I like the Nuggets plus a 1.5 here. You need Jokic for sure, but I do like the Nuggets here plus 1.5. Let's go over to the streets of Brooklyn in this one. It's real simple. If Ben Simmons doesn't play in this game, I think the Suns get the job done. We see Simmons comes back. I think it was like 1 rebound or 1 assist away from getting a triple-double. He came back and made came back and made a huge difference from the Nets immediately. You know what I'm saying? They smacked the Jazz up. The Suns, you got KD coming back to Brooklyn there. You say he doesn't want to tribute, he does. But you got Mikal Bridges and Cam Johnson also going up against their old squad. It's a tough game, but I would lean towards Suns. And it's Ben Simmons got some of the worst injury luck ever. He came back from a back injury, then he tweaked his knee, had like a knee contusion. And we know how teams like I'd be surprised if he really just like, all right, I'm gonna go tonight, because I don't know if he's just really wanted if he's really just built like that. But with a knee can be a little tricky. I'd wait for Ben Simmons here, but I can't say if he didn't play, I'd heavily lean towards Suns minus the 3 there, to be perfectly honest with you. Ben Simmons just one of those guys, he just changed everything the way that they were playing with the Nets. So if you're looking for props, look at Cam Johnson, look at Mikal Bridges or KD over his points as well. I think those are 3 really good props. But if I was to bet a side, it's Suns or nothing for me there. Last game up, and I got to get out of here, man. I got to do another show for Action Network. Blazers getting 9.5 at the house versus the Bucks. No, they're getting 10.5, guys. Sorry, I didn't get a chance to change that. Oh, Dame coming back to Portland. Got to look towards his points or something, man. I think his points prop is like 25.5, 26.5. You got to look toward. This is a game where I could see Giannis deferring to Dame. Like, you know, when a player goes up against his old team, the whole team wants to rally. They want him to have a good game. They'd like to see Dame go off for 50 points tonight, and I wouldn't be surprised as well. Let me see. I think the Blazers, and they're not coming off a win. Now, also, the Blazers are going to want to turn up for this game as well. You see what I'm saying? When you got Dame, now the whole team is going to turn. Okay, now y'all want to leave us? You want to leave us in the dumps? You see what I'm saying? They're going to want to come to ball here. I just don't think it matters. Bucks got a new coach. They got some new schemes and shit they're working on. And Doc Rivers is actually trying to get the team to play defense. So I really wouldn't bet aside here. I would just look at either Dame points or look at his I don't know about rebounds, assists, but I look at his I look at Dame's points in this game, man. That would be my best bet in this game, man. But I do have to get out of here, guys. I got to run. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Sean Murphy says he likes the Bucks by double digits. You see what I'm saying? Everybody like Tony Bay say he likes Blazers on the money line, man. So definitely got to come back and give you a shout out if they get that job done. Solo says he like Blazers on the money line. Damn, they going bold with it, man. But for me, this is what I'm liking today, man. Top player today for me, Heat. First half money line for me, guys. I'll sprinkle on a full game. I'll sprinkle on Nuggets as well, as long as Jokic plays. And that's about it for me. Very like Pelicans as well. Fly, Pelicans -2. A little sprinkle for me as well, guys. So nothing heavy for me. I'll tell you straight up, I'm taking it light until All-Star break, till after All-Star break, when I know that teams are locked in and they're focused and they're ready to go. But that's what I'm liking today, man. I do think the Heat end their 7-game losing streak today and hand the Sacramento Kings a loss. That's just what I feel like happening. Keep an eye on Jokic for the Nuggets. If he's ruled in, I like the Nuggets in that spot. If he's ruled out, I still kind of like the Nuggets, to be perfectly honest with you. Just obviously you'll get a much better line, but it's a Nuggets. It's a spicy Nuggets type. I hadn't said that in a while. It's a spicy Nuggets type of play. It's a spicy Heat type of game, type of day, and it's also a fly type of day as well, man. It's all love. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. If you like the show, hit the like button, man. Let's try to get 1,000 likes on the show. Go download the Action Network app. It's all love. I hope everybody has a great day. Be safe out there. Take care of your family. All that good stuff. We noticing the patterns. We're trusting our instincts, trusting our guts. We're not having any regrets as well, my guys. We staying calculated as well, man. I'm out. Let's go. Let's cash.